Hello, everybody, and happy World Gratitude Day. I'm so grateful that you have joined me here on my channel. My name is Marci Melzer. I'm an intuitive speech language pathologist and language facilitation coach and consultant. And I use my platform, wavesofcommunication.com, to equip and empower parents all over the world to teach the late talkers in your life how to share their wisdom with the world using spoken language. And today, I've got a mindset video for you. What we're going to be talking about here on World Gratitude Day is this idea of how you can and should be grateful for your child's speech delay. Now, you're probably saying, Marci, what do you mean grateful? My child's speech delay has caused challenges in my life. It causes me worry. It causes anxiety. It's causing them to have failures and struggles in their life. So you may not see your child's speech delay as something that is very positive in your life. However, whenever we do energy work, that's when we really have to use what we call radical acceptance of you have been given what you've been given. You've been given the opportunities, you've been given the situations, you've been given everything in your life. And why not use everything in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the issues that cause the problems in your life? Because when you're grateful for them, that's when you get to the point where you see them as blessings and lessons for you to learn from. So, what I have on today's video, first, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons that you can and should be grateful for your child's late talking. And then I've got the cards out. I've got myself set up so we can pull a few cards. If you're joining me live, post a comment in the comment section. And if you're not joining me live, I'll pull a couple cards on the replay. I know this is not the usual time for people to be watching, and I just want to make sure that this energy is available to you. Even if you watch this on a day that's not World Gratitude Day, again, I was just really inspired to share this with you because I think myself, I have used a lot of my own struggles and hurdles and challenges in my life, in fact, to create outcomes that are beyond my wildest expectations. And before I get into the 5 reasons, I want to share with you a resource for you to watch if you are interested. I had the opportunity, I'm going to show you a little graphic here, to be on a podcast with a gal named Heather Graham. For the Love of Self is her name of her podcast. And you can see here that we talked about parents of late talkers, we talked about weight loss, and we talked about astrology. And she talked about her experience. I pulled a language facilitation inspiration card for her, and I'm going to have Heather back on this channel to do an interview for us to talk a little bit more about energy work. But on this video that I shared, it's real raw. I shared my personal journey and how I used my physical struggles to turn them into physical healing. And I used my emotional struggles and I turned them into emotional healing. And as a result of those journeys, I created waves of communication. So you might want to tune in there and see kind of where the energy work for all of this is coming from as you learn more and follow on the channel. Okay, so now it's time to get into these 5 reasons. Again, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons to be grateful for your child's speech delay. And the first reason I have is this one right here. I've got a little video. So the speech delay and the resulting nonverbal communication have triggered an awareness in you. An awareness. Maybe I don't know how you learned it. If you learned it from watching your child, if you learned it from, whatever else around you, but this speech delay is caused you to have new information and awareness that something's not going right. And so now that you are aware, you know that inspired action is needed to change the path. And that's what the first thing to be grateful for is that we know there's a problem. It's not just, yeah, let's see, and maybe it'll catch up, or, maybe it's not a physical, environmental, or mindset issue, basically, is what it is. And now that we know there are these issues, and you're aware of them, now you can take inspired action to solve them. But if you're in denial about that there is a problem, that the child is late and they do need some intervention, you may not want to do the intervention that is recommended, the ABA therapy or whatever kind of therapy. But make no mistake, your late talker needs you to take new action to help them. And without understanding what the problem is, you won't know what to do and you'll flounder around. And when you really dig into the root cause of your child's late talking, physical, environmental, and mindset things, you can learn all about that in the books and the workbook and the courses and all of that stuff. And when you realize what those blockages are, now you know how to make a plan. All right, so let's look at the second reason for you to be grateful for your child's speech delay. And it's this. So parenting and caring for a late talking child is an opportunity for you to develop a higher level of human connection, not just human connection with your late talker, but human connection with everybody. Because what you'll do is, through your process, you're going to develop your intuitive ability to analyze everyone's communication behavior, the facial expressions, the words that are not said, and look for the messages behind those things. Now, you wouldn't necessarily develop this skill if you didn't have a late talking child. You might just rely on your child to tell you what's going on. But this is your opportunity to develop this, because I promise you, it's not just your late talker who uses nonverbal communication. All the reading between the lines that you do when you're communicating with your partner, or you're even reading between the lines when you look at advertisements that scroll across on social media, and you are reading between the lines and looking at the real message, not just the face value things. With your late talking child, they don't give you face value things. So you naturally have to develop this. And I promise you, you're not going to be only using it with this child. That's what is so cool about having this experience of being on a language facilitation journey, and you can be grateful for it. Okay, let's talk about the third reason, and that is that your child is showing you the concepts and skills that they need to feel happy and successful during everyday activities. And they're doing it through their gestures. Like, she's reaching to grab, and this mom's like, yep, I know you want hugs, or you need connection, or you need me. You can see over and over and over again, this mom smiles because she knows the message. And that's because this late talker uses this message often, the arms out and the facial expressions. And again, your child is showing you the same thing, and through their behaviors you are figuring out. And so what you have the opportunity to do now, because kids who are talking, they don't necessarily show you over and over and over what they want. They may be, but you might not even be used to paying attention to it. But because of number 2, you are. And because of number 3, now you can use your familiarity with the child's habitual nonverbal language, because they make up their own and they teach you to understand it. And so you're going to use that to interpret their messages and teach them the words to use instead, because that's how we are in the process of shifting and motivating the late talker to shift their nonverbal communication behavior into spoken language. That's the process of language facilitation. And this intuitive connection, it allows you to read this language and literally phrase by phrase, come here, I want more, I don't like it. Those phrases you have the opportunity to turn into language that you know. And then as those phrases evolve, and they turn from just the gestures, and you might get sad, no, more. And you might get, yeah, mine, gimme. They're not phrases and sentences, but when you get the little bit of what they're using, then you can turn those into longer phrases through your models, right? So the thing that you have to be grateful for is your late talker is communicating with you every single day. They intend for you to understand these messages. And a late talker who does not have speech to yell at you from the other room, they're going to be in the habit of coming to you more. And you'll be in the habit of reaching into that language facilitation zone so you can understand what's going on and how to help them. And you're not wondering and floundering around, I wonder what my child needs. And you're not Googling online and looking other places. You're connected with the late talker and learning from them. So it saves you time and energy and money, even wasting time on things that don't matter to your child. Because of your intuitive connection, they're late talking, they're telling you what they need. And a talking child may not. They, remember, if they're in a comfort zone where, yeah, we're just kind of moving along and life is good and they don't have these problems that they're sharing with you all the time. I got a problem. I'm frustrated. I can't communicate this. I need your help. I don't understand how to do this. I feel afraid to join the social situation. I need you to model these things for me. That's the stuff that the late talkers are communicating with you every single day. And a speech therapist would never have the opportunity to see those messages all the time. In fact, that's what I have to do with my clients, is I have to pull it out of them. What is your child telling you? What have they been communicating? What kind of messages are you receiving? Are they telling you stories? Are they complaining? Are they trying to get you to change how you're doing something because they don't like how you're doing it? What are you hearing? Right? With your child's late talking nonverbal language that they have gifted to you, you learn more than you can even ever get from their speech as it develops. So remember, you're tuned in because you have a late talker, and that's what's so great about this situation. Okay, let's see, we've got more. 2 more, as a matter of fact. Okay, so this is another thing that is super cool about having a late talker when you use the reach and teach strategy. And it's this one right here. So awareness of your child's unique interests. They love water. They love mud, right? And you can't keep them out of the water and mud. So with language facilitation and a late talking child, they continually tell you, I love water and I love mud, because they won't leave it alone, right? And so you have the ability, the opportunity to engage in fun trial and error learning that helps them learn. All right, so what if there's too much water? Or what if there's too little water? Or how does this mud feel on my toes? Or I don't want to have mud on my toes. Maybe that's good for you, but I don't want it. And so your child realizes that not everybody likes water and mud, but still you let them use their water and mud love and even their avoidance. Let's say they don't like water or mud and they don't want to be wet or dirty. You use those things to be able to teach this child, because they're late talking, they're telling you, and they're unique. They don't learn like other kids. They're not telling you, I want to do X, Y, Z. They're doing things in a really unique way because they're not in the habit of imitating your speech. Something blocked that process. They are in the habit of making their own, projecting. They're projecting all the time. And a child who's talking, who already has a comfort zone level of the ability to share all their messages, they're just going to nag you and say the same words over and over again because they know you understand the words. That's why late talkers will do the same. They're spinning everything, or they're balancing everything, or they're throwing everything, or they're watching things fall like that. And they show you over and over again, this is how my brain works. And that's what's so amazing about this process, is maybe all the stuff that you were Googling about isn't applying to your child. But again, your language facilitation journey, when you decided, look, something's wrong and I've got to figure it out, and then you took on the responsibility to do that, now you're learning. You're learning stuff that you couldn't even find on Google, that the therapist could never tell you. And you have opened your world to knowledge, and because you're using the weird, goofy stuff that your kid likes. And you're like, you know what? You can teach this in an alternative way. The reason that standard therapy session wasn't working for my child because they didn't help see it from my child's perspective. And your child always 24/7 is trying to get you to see things from their perspective. Okay. All right. Now, the number 5 reason, and this is the most important one for you, is that your work in doing this, in facilitating attention following, pop out words, imitation of your speech, all of those things that you observe your late talker doing because you facilitated them, that's going to increase your confidence in all other areas of your life. You will incorporate the strategies that work best more often, and you'll see faster progress because you know what works, because you trusted yourself, you trusted your process, you trusted your connection with this late talker, and you didn't waste your time worrying and feeling ungrateful and trying to push this experience off onto a therapist or a grandma or your partner or somebody like that. You have been given this opportunity to be on a language facilitation journey because your kiddo is late talking. And the language facilitation journey, just like my weight loss and relationship codependency stuff that I've been doing forever and ever and ever, my whole life, right? You know, if you believe that we chose our parents, I chose lesson learnings from the very time I was born. And if you can relate to that and you understand, I promise you, through your connection with your late talker, you will find ways to heal those patterns and stop them from moving forward. Those things that your parents did to shut you down, to oppress you. If you find yourself tempted to do those with your late talker, this gratitude process will help you stop it. You'll get rid of it. You'll be done with it. You'll see its lack of value and you'll give it up for new strategies. That's what you have to be grateful for, you see. So I'm glad to see some people joining me. Hi, guys. So I'm not seeing any comments. If you want me to pull a card for you, go ahead and put your name in the comments. And I'm going to, right now, the first card I'm going to pull is the cards for the watchers who are watching on the replay, blah, 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 my Mercury retrograde. All right. So let me pan over here to the cards, and we've got them going now. Today I'm using 2 decks. I'm using my language facilitation inspiration deck, and I'm using this tarot deck called The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. You can see this is my booklet from it, and it is very well worn. This is the deck that I learned to read tarot by reading for myself and reading for my family and things like that. And yeah, that was the deck that called out to share extra messages surrounding gratitude. So let's see right here. This is for all you replay watchers and anybody general. What have you got to be gratitude? A message of gratitude for you. I didn't do my clearing. Show me the light. Okay, let's do this. Before we move into the messages, I know we're already connected, but I just want to clear out the energy and cleanse things up with a little sound. Quick, quick, quick. All right. And your late talkers, those of you watching, they're into this spiritual stuff. They like that you're on a spiritual journey. They want to know about your crystals and this is my lapis lazuli with the mouth on it that I got in Peru. Nom, 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 nom. You know, it's a talking crystal. Your late talker wants to know if you got new candles, if you got new cards, if you got my language facilitation deck. They want to play with you. Connect with your spirit. Introduce the late talker to the idea of a spiritual guide who gives us good ideas and helps us share love with each other. Teach about your own spiritual practices and how to respect the sacred objects and rituals. Practice being quiet to listen for the best ideas. And remember that light ideas feel easy, happy, safe, and fun. So they want to find more light. They want to see more light from you. Let's just pull from the Good Tarot surrounding this message for you folks that are watching on the replay. And everybody who's watching, I suppose. You don't have to, if you're watching live, this is for you too. This is the general message for everybody. I'm just going to put from the middle. And we got the 3 of fire, which is like the 3 of wands. And what I love about this deck, again, is it has its own unique images and stories to talk about. So the 3 of fire, I don't know if 3 is a number for you, but what I see in this card is this woman is on a journey. She's in her language facilitation boat, yacht, whatever it is, and she's riding the waves and she's staying on top of them because number 3 of fire is inspired action. I know what I'm doing. I've got my compass. I am grateful for my situation. I've got my boat packed up and I am taking action. Show me the light. The light is the way. You are driving the boat and your late talker is right there, that little light behind you. That's them. You show them. Okay? Excellent. So that's what we've got for you. I know that I see a comment coming in. Let me pull this up right here so we can see who is joining today. I've got Haley. Hi, Haley. Okay, Haley. Let's pull a card for you. I know you like when I do it in the evening because it's morning time for you, but I know that it's pretty early over there in Australia. Oops, here's your card. Stretch your limits. Love this. You guys are already, Haley is definitely on the spiritual journey and learning her gratitude. I know that for sure because she's one of my lifetime coaching clients. And it says here, rise above comfort zones. We don't make improvement unless we rise above comfort zones, and you don't rise above comfort zones unless you're grateful for the challenges. And it is time to expand your language facilitation models to prove to yourself and the late talker that you are capable of leading the way to progress. Time for storytelling and explaining and sharing your opinion, because remember, this late talker is doing the same as his mama, right? Stretching limits with the mama. Kind of looks a little like Haley. Identify moments you don't even want to talk, right? Dude, I'm just exhausted. Like you're not feeling grateful, but identify when that comes up in you because you're not confident that you'll be heard or misunderstood. And then feel the fear and do it anyway. Take that opportunity to try new strategies to make speech fun. Dial it back. Make it easier. Slow down your models and stretch into from single words or little phrases into stories. Stretch your models to stretch your limits. That's how that works. All right, let's see what the good tarot has. Which card do we have for Haley? And a little mix them up here. And pull one out from the middle. You get the 5 of water. So this is literally a feeling of ungratefulness. Like I'm not, another thing, another challenge. Really? You're giving me another thing, another challenge. More for me to keep track of, stuff to do. Look, she's like, done. But what this is awareness of these emotions. So if you have felt, maybe that's it. The whole reason that you're drawn to this video is because you're feeling not very grateful for your language facilitation journey. You're feeling exhausted and depleted and how do I feel grateful? You make it easy. You find what easy things. You don't have to do 55 options. You pick the easy one and do that first, and then another, and then another, and then another. One at a time, 1% every day. And every time you feel like this is overwhelming, then it's time for a break. You let those feelings wash over and you go, yeah, I know it's overwhelming. I know my little guy has lots of energy, and I know that I'm not going to be able to keep up with it all the time. Whoosh, it's washing over me. And then you take a deep breath and you start again. And you just don't worry about it. Let that stuff wash by. Sometimes you fail as a language facilitator. Sometimes you set up something beautiful and it kiboshes on you, right? But you can't stop stretching your limits because you only get there if you keep trial and error. So don't give up. Don't feel like it's too much. It's not too much. Just make it a little easier for yourself and stretch your limits bit by bit. You don't want to get a hernia as you stretch your limits, okay? All right, so that's your message for you, Haley. Wow. Yeah, just take it easy. Don't work too hard. I think there's something about that. All right. So, can you pull a card for my kid? Saludos from Mexico. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay. Let's see what we've got for you guys on this day of gratitude. Tell me what you love about me. They want to hear you say they're grateful. That what you love about me. Okay. Teach loving words. When late talkers frequently hear kind, complimentary statements about their behavior, they learn the words they need, as well as the appropriate social moment to spread light to others. So, like, wow, you're so cute. You give a little compliment. You give a little, wow, I just love how you're sharing your light with me. I love, even if they're nonverbal, right? They're trying. See, look at this little guy. He's like, I want to know. I want you to tell me that I'm doing right. I want you to tell me that I'm seeing. So it just encourage kind speech. And that's what this is about. They love it when you connect and talk about how cool they are, how cute they are, how brave they are, all that stuff, because it also teaches new language. They're showing you what they want you to be, what they want you to notice. They are showing you. That's what we talked about on the tips today is, these late talkers, once they get you on their journey with them, once they get you in the mindset of, hey, my mom's reading my messages and understanding, then they're going to start to tell you what they want you to say. They're going to start to prompt you to do that. Look, you got the Two of Water. Look, it's literally the love card. What do I love about you? What do you love about me? It's the same thing. This is the connection. And what helps them feel the connection is when you give them compliments and tell them what you love about them. I love that, and again, it's not just how they look, but it's what they do and how they're showing up. Because if your late talker's trying hard, I know that you are working so hard with your little guy. And I want you to be able to feel like, he's meeting me halfway, because he is. He just is prompting you. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more about what I'm doing good. Tell me more about what you love. Because when you tell him what you love, he's going to try again. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I'll do more. And so you really get what you want when you voice it. And you're grateful for it too. I love that. What a cute message. I love how the cards match. That just really reminds me that, we're in a good space here. Okay, we've got somebody else. Lori, of course. Hi, Lori. Its mindset channel has been really helpful. I'm enjoying it. I'm so glad to hear that. Let's pull a card for the energy surrounding your little family and what you have going on. Through Great Gratitude Day. Taking risks excites me. I love that. These late talkers, they want you to dig in and, meet them on their 5D world in the language facilitation zone. So let's go. Let's try. Talk more. Give me more language. Give me more ideas. I love this. It says experiment often. They want to try new things. Experiment produces extra neurotransmitters in the brain that helps late talkers process new information and develop problem-solving skills quickly. Excitement. That's what they need. Offer frequent opportunities to help the late talker push their limits of experience with fun. Let's go faster. Let's do it bigger. Let's do it again. Can we do it 5 times? Can we stack 10 of them? How can you pile on the fun until the fun blows up, right? How much is too much? Learning like that. I love this because when you experiment and experience with fun, they can learn to feel prepared for problem solving when unexpected challenges come. We talked about that on the video. What if there's too much water? What if there's too much mud? Oh no. What if we make our whole outfit messy? Oh no, we got risk. Now we got to clean up our mess. And it's a whole new thing you can learn, because now we got to talk about safety. And if the safety doesn't get followed and we got problems, then we talk about the problem solving. So taking risks excites me. And Lori, your late talker, is ready to expand their horizons. I love this. These late talkers are so excited. Just the message that I keep getting is they're so excited that you ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching my channel right now, your kids are very excited that you're on the mindset journey. They love the connection that they've been feeling from you as a result of you taking the responsibility to create it. Like, just to make sure that you're attractive and loving all the time. All right, here's your card right on top. The Page of Air. This is all information all the time. What's this? It's curious, it's exploring, it's trying new things. Look, here's new. I know I got all these things I can do, but I'm focusing on the new. I want to see something new. What's that about? What's that about? How is that going to help me? What's this going to do for me? Taking risks, right? Let's try this. It's so high. I wonder if I can catch it. Those challenges, right? Remember, we're grateful for those challenges because they give you something to connect over. We're together helping you become more independent. We're together helping you figure out, what you love about this thing. And so now I'm going to teach you more details about it. Page of Air wants to know on the information. How does this work? And make sure that I can get better and better and better, because taking risks excites me. Woo! Love that. Okay, Lori, that's really cool. So let's see who else. Somebody says very impressive. All right. Oh, Zafar says that maybe. I keep up the good work. All right. So whoever this very impressive is, thank you so much. Let's see what card comes for those of you, whatever you're feeling very impressive. Okay, for you, very impressive. Let's get a very impressive message for you, because I'm feeling the channel from these kids right now. And your message is, what I like, how I like it. In fact, you might even be accustomed to giving it to me even before I ask, right? Help them ask others. Late talkers often develop the habit of relying on carers who schedule guests and anticipate their wants and needs. See, remember, we got the waiter here. You're my waiter. I'm your diva child. So they don't experience learning how to request if you keep showing up with the silver tray all the time. Highlight the actions requested instead of the label of the object they desire to form a request. That means you want water, don't say water, water, water all the time. They already know the word water. Talk about how you're going to get it, and wow, why do you need it? You must be very thirsty to do that. But see, this is a kiddo with a closed water bottle. He can't open it. You know what I like? You like this water bottle, but I need you to open it, right? He's saying, I can't drink it. I need you to open it. Highlight the actions requested. You don't say water, water, water. You say, you need me to open so you can drink. And you model the request. You want me to open the water so you can drink the water. Exactly like I said right here. You would think I wrote these cards. Anyway, you know what I like. And so let's see what message you get from the tarot about that idea. Perhaps you're in the process of changing, or maybe you haven't started to change your language facilitation behaviors, your habits yet, because the late talker's too busy in their comfort zone. This is a comfort zone card. You know what I like and you give it to me ever. I'm just pulling one out for the middle. This is the forward. This is another comfort zone card. I keep what I like I like. There's all these other options out there, but no, I like what I like, my way, in my way, and it keeps me safe. And I know I always get exactly what I want when I consistently just, wait for you to get it. But see, the reality here is this is holding you back. This is holding you back. This is your challenge. This is what you have to be grateful for, is the knowledge of your late talker will stay where they are if they're just focused on this one little pentacle. You got to show them all the other options that are available to them in the world and show them how to ask for them. Language facilitation. Use this book. Use my workbook, you guys. This is how you do it. There are strategies to help you facilitate requesting. My new course is going to be taking it step by step. You're going to love it. Let's see. All right. So Zafar says, keep up the good work. Let's just put one more card for Zafar. So glad you guys are joining me. Thank you so much again on Facebook and YouTube if you're joining me for the energy work and language facilitation inspiration. So anybody who's still watching, here's a message for you. Show me the light. Here we go again. Show me the light. I'm going to pull another one. Let me show you what I know. Okay. So show me the light so I can show you what I know. Because when you teach them how to connect with you, the light comes from connection. When you're in the language facilitation zone, this late talker will show you what they know so that they're more likely to join your fun activities when you also offer to follow their lead and try exploring, learning about their interests. So in the zone, they're going to teach you, and I'm going to pull another one to get another story. And I'm manipulating you. Wow. Let me show you what I know so I don't have to manipulate you. Because when you're in the light and you let me show you what I know, then I don't have to manipulate you through my behavior, with my stuff, into guessing what I know, right? So interesting. That's how we overcome that situation of the last reading. Show them the light. Let them show you. This is showing back and forth, observing, reach and teach. And so they don't manipulate you, because they will. If you don't let them show you what they know, they'll find a way to show you. Power through. And we're talking about gratitude here. So, all right, let me pull this back over to my camera again so that I can just say thank you and express my gratitude to you, all of you who are following me, all of you who get it, who you understand the idea of your intuitive connection with this late talker is the most important thing. When you create the language facilitation zone, then you can learn everything you need to do to help them. You'll learn how fast they need it. You'll learn what exactly they need you to do. You'll learn how fast you need to talk, how slow you need to talk, how much you need to give them, because when you're grateful for your child's challenges and you take the responsibility to being the one to join them and help them overcome them, the process will take you everywhere. You don't even know yet all the things that you'll create. You'll co-create with your late talker and the energy from spirit when you do this. So thank you again for joining me. Please like this video and share the information about intuitive language facilitation with your friends. Tell them what you're doing. Share a video that you like and get more people on here. And then, oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter. Let me show you the newsletter in the link. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, so you don't miss any of these videos and all of the information, because lots more is coming. And then here are the workbooks. If you don't have your workbook and you're not using it yet, you don't know how you're going to keep track of your language facilitation journey. You're going to be able to record your progress. You're going to be able to keep things going forward and be grateful for the experience. Thank you so much again for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, live Q&A on the Waves of Communication channel. I'll see you over there. All right, that's it for now, and bye for now.